Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today we will be presenting about the fake halal meat scandal, one of the biggest corruption cases in Malaysia involving counterfeit halal meat. This scandal took place over a period of almost 40 years, but it was only uncovered in December 2020. A local media investigation exposed a meat smuggling cartel that had been importing meat from non-halal certified sources, including countries such as Brazil, Bolivia, Canada, China, Colombia, Mexico, Spain, and Ukraine. What made this issue more alarming is that the smuggled meat included horse, kangaroo, and even pork, which were then mixed and sold as halal certified beef. The cartel was also found to have bribed senior officials from various Malaysian government agencies to avoid detection, leading to multiple arrests when the scandal finally came to light. These incidents created major public concern not only about food safety but also about the reliability of our halal certification system.
And now I will talk about how fake halal meats happen. It happens when a city can import meat from countries not approved or without proper halal certification, like Ukraine, China, Brazil, and Argentina. They use custom or port evasion technique. They falsify documents, declare meat under the other category, like fruit. They use permit not meant for import only by bypass inspection. Once in Malaysia, the meat was taken to warehouse. It's located in Sena Johor. They repacked and fake halal label were applied. The meat was then blended and repacked with legitimately halal clarification meat and sold directly as halal. It makes it harder to detect. The cartel allegedly bind or colluded with officials across multiple agencies to facilitate entry and distribution. Next, I will tell about why it happened. First, the profit margins. Halal certification meat costs more include due to stricter processing, slaughter, store, transport, and certification. The cartel cut those costs by importing cheaper meat than and forcing certifying it. Second, weak enforcement or oversight with multiple agencies involved like custom, religion bodies, post, and veterinary service. The cartel exploited gaps and conclusion.
So next, I will talk about the main issue. After the fake halal meat scandal, Muslim consumers were aware and concerned over the meat safety and halal authenticity, whether the meat sold in the market was truly halal. The scandal also revealed several serious problems, including adulteration, substitution, smuggling, and mislabeling. Some of the meat was even unsafe, such as longgong meat, formalin meat, thyra meat, and exotic meat. Another issue is that these fraudulent activities go against Sharia principle and also can threaten the life of human, animal, and food sources. Because of this, authorities realize the importance of regional collaboration to strengthen the halal Taiwan standard, especially in Southeast Asia. Therefore, scientists have developed highly sensitive and precise analytical technique methods such as HPLC, GC, ELISA, and FTIR to detect adulteration in halal food. Continuing from the previous discussion, weak enforcement and corruption in some areas allow fake halal logos to enter the market. This reduces public confidence in a Malaysia halal system. Authorities such as JAKIM need to improve certification, monitoring, and a public awareness system. Better supervision is essential to ensure all meat import or sold in Malaysia truly halal standard. Illegal meat cartels and fraudulent activities also pose a serious threat. These activities can affect Malaysia's goals to become global halal hub because they damage the credibility of our halal industry. And finally, cooperation between the government, industry, and the consumer is very important. Working together will help maintain halal integrity and support the growth of the halal sector in Malaysia. This concludes the discussion on the main issue.
For my part of presentation, I will explain the impact of the halal meat scandal in Malaysia. There are a total of 6 major impacts that I will discussing. Firstly, the scandal caused a loss of public trust. Many Malaysians, especially Muslims, started to lose confidence in Malaysia halal certification system. People began doubting whether the halal meat products they consumed were truly authentic. Secondly, it affected Malaysia's reputation as a global halal hub. International buyers and other countries started questioning Malaysia's halal standard. This damaged the image we have built for many years. Third, there was serious economic impact. Some import companies were suspended and investigated. This disrupted the meat supply, causing shortage and increased price in the market. Next, the fourth impact involves legal and government action. Large-scale investigation and raids were carried out. Several corrupt officials were charged, and stricter halal monitoring systems were introduced afterwards. The fifth impact is the religious and emotional effect. Many Muslims feel betrayed, upset, and distressed when they realize they had unknowingly consumed non-halal meat. This creates strong emotional reaction within the community. And finally, the sixth impact is policy and system reform. JAKIM increased its cooperation with enforcement agencies. New improvements were introduced, including digital tracking and halal logos verification to ensure better transparency. In conclusion, the halal meat scandal created major impact in Malaysia, affecting trust, reputation, the economy, legal processes, religious sensitivity, and even policy reform. Understanding this impact helped us see how serious this issue was and why stronger halal monitoring is necessary.
My part is what can we learn and improve. Okay, first, the fake halal meat issue has seriously affected consumer trust is halal status and food safety. It exposed weakness in public awareness, law in commons, supply chains, transformations, and business ethics. To that, as to results, authority improved procedure, stranger cooperation, ethic digital taking system, and thickness halal logo certifications to strengthen the halal industry and protect the right of Muslim consumers.
In conclusion, the fake halal meat scandal reveals serious weaknesses in several areas, especially halal certification, enforcement, and the overall trust of consumers. To address these problems, a stronger and multi-layered approach is necessary. This includes better education on halal certification, stricter laws, and greater transparency within the supply chain. Collaboration between the government, industry players, and consumers is also essential to rebuild trust and protect the integrity of halal products. This case also reminds us of the importance of ethical business practice and the need to maintain a strong halal ecosystem guided by halalan tayyiban principles. By prioritizing honesty, accountability, and transparency, Malaysia can safeguard consumer rights, restore its reputation as a global halal hub, and turn this crisis into a chance for positive reform and long-term growth in the halal industry. That's all from us. Thank you.